Hey, it's me, Ben from Enbridge. You might be wondering what you need to bring for the Tour Alberta for Cancer ride weekend. Well, I've put together a small list of things that you might want to consider if you don't have a list already yourself. Number one, a bike. The next most natural thing is probably your shoes. Now make sure that you've got shoes that match the pedal system that you're using. So if you're borrowing a bike, they may be flat pedals, but they could be clipless pedals. So make sure you have the right shoes and that you are comfortable and used to using them. How about some other things that you might want to put on the bike? Well, it's very common to have a saddle bag, and they come in different shapes and sizes. This one just goes underneath the seat. This one is more of a roll, and same thing under the seat. And you would carry here things like spare inner tubes or a way to inflate that if you have a flat tire, maybe a patch, a pump, things like that. So, you know, a little pump, a CO2 cartridge, whatever your bike needs to have a flat repaired and get going on the road again. Some of you may have a cycling computer of some type. Not necessary by any means, but a great way to see how fast you're going or directions if you load up a map or a route on here. It would also show you maybe your cadence, how quickly you're pedaling in terms of revolutions, or your heart rate if you're using something like a heart rate strap. Lots of bikes now, or lots of riders, are using some type of light to be seen. And some of them even have cameras or radars to let you know when vehicles are approaching, say, from behind you. Another thing you may have on your bike, or in your bike in some cases, or in your jersey pocket, is some type of nutrition. So it could be gels, it could be a granola bar, it could be a piece of fruit, but we'll get more on that later. Now, before I get into the clothing, the last thing that you might want to bring on the weekend with you, if you're not used to it, is some type of product like these. This is called a chamois cream, and you put this between your skin and your shorts to reduce chafing and discomfort. This one's pretty common. You'll find it at every bike store. This one tingles, if that does it for you. But there's all sorts of types, all different prices, and like I say, it helps reduce chafing where your skin touches your shorts. Okay, let's move on to clothing. Something some people don't think about are perhaps bringing some gloves. I like to ride gloveless, but you may like, for additional comfort or protection, a set of gloves. And they could be fingerless, they could be full-fingered, but whatever you need to just make your ride more enjoyable. So being in Alberta, we never know what to expect weather-wise. Hopefully it'll be bright, hot, and sunny in July come the tour weekend. But you may want to have with you, just in case, things like arm warmers, which are basically removable arm sleeves that you can just start the day with if it's cold, and then take them off, roll them up, and pop them in your back pocket. And then the same thing with your legs. These are leg warmers, or in this case, knee warmers. And yeah, if it's a cold morning, cold start, cover up the legs and then roll them off at a pit stop after you warm up. In terms of the actual kit, some people like to wear a base layer, basically an undergarment under your jersey. And this helps with wicking of perspiration and moisture so that the jersey can do a better job of letting that moisture evaporate. So if you are a heavy sweater, there might be something to consider. Onto the jerseys, you'll of course get your Tour Alberta jersey if you've completed your fundraising, which I'm sure you all have. Your team may have another corporate or private jersey as well, but the thing here is to make sure, if you can, to have two. It's so much better not to have to put on the same jersey or kit the next day. So if you can have a day one outfit essentially, and then a day two outfit, and you can put something clean, dry on day two, that is way better. Same thing with your shorts or your bibs. Probably more important than the jersey even is to have two pairs, a day one and a day two. And if you're shopping for shorts and you don't know what to get, I find that a lot of people are really enjoying these newer types that have kind of cargo pockets on the leg or on the back, in the small of the back, or on the hip sometimes. And that just gives you a few more options in terms of carrying the essentials that you might want to have near you. Okay, back to weather and cold starts. I usually bring with me a vest that I can easily zip off, roll this up, throw it in my back pocket. If things are really bad, maybe even a full-sleeved windbreaker for those cool starts. And again, you can unzip it and ride, or hopefully hand it off to somebody. But it's a great way of not freezing for what could be a cool Alberta morning. Safety-wise, don't forget your helmet. In fact, I think it is a requirement that you wear one during the event weekend. So, sounds dumb to say, but some people aren't used to wearing one, or when they're riding casually, prefer not to. But really, in the interest of safety, really have to stress that you don't forget that. And as far as eye protection, maybe some sunglasses. These are great for sun or road debris. God forbid there's, rain or something like that as well. So some sort of way of protecting your eyes. If you're super ultra, you might have 2 different pairs or more to match your outfit. Now, if the weather is behaving and it is a nice sunny day, don't forget some sunscreen. This is a spray-on one, but whatever you like to use, lotion or whatever. We are riding to prevent cancer, so let's not get any skin cancer. Don't forget the sunscreen. The last word on nutrition, bottles, of course. Take as many as your bike can hold, typically 2 or 3. You might have water in there. You might have a powder that has electrolytes to replace what you're losing through your sweat. But if you do forget that, here's just another great tip. The tour weekend has you covered. There will be pit stops, lunch stop areas that will have all of this for you, so you can refill a water bottle, grab some orange slices or a banana, fuel up again before you do the next leg of your ride. There may even be mechanical assistance if you're having an issue that you couldn't repair on your own. And that really is the end of this, but just the last little thought. If you're not used to riding long distances, think of chunking it up, breaking it up into smaller rides. So, for example, a 100K ride, just tell yourself it's 4 25K rides, and take as long a break as you need in between each of those segments. Because there'll be fuel, there'll be fruit, there'll be food and lunch. And it's really a great way to make what seems daunting very achievable. So best of luck, and I look forward to seeing you all on July 22nd and 23rd. Bye-bye.